What's going on, people? Welcome to the MMA Complex. My name is Josh.
I'm James.
We're back with a brand new episode. Christmas special.
Yeah.
All right. When's Christmas? This weekend?
This Sunday. Christmas Eve on Saturday. It all depends on, I guess, because, growing up for me, we always celebrated Christmas Eve. Like, we threw a big old party.
Yeah.
Midnight, open the presents. So I guess it depends on when you open your gifts. But yeah, it's this weekend. It'd be nice. I'm working Christmas Day.
I'm working Christmas Eve in the night. So I'm screwed. The whole time is done.
See, with me, I think my family's throwing a party Christmas Eve, but I have to be at work at 7 in the morning, so it's not like I can stay up and hang out.
Oh, that's true.
So,
I think Christmas.
And I'm only working 4 hours.
I know.
What the fuck is that? So
Christmas Day, I think I'm gonna be off for most of the day on Christmas Day, and then Christmas Eve I'm working, so I'm gonna be working that night.
Now, are you one to procrastinate on the shopping, or?
Oh yeah, I haven't done anything.
Yeah, me either.
I might do some today.
Okay.
Yeah, I might do some today.
Yeah, it's just I procrastinate not on purpose. It's just that I have other stuff in my mind. But as far as shopping goes, I don't know. I just I feel so insecure about it. Like as far as getting the right gift for somebody.
Yeah, especially. Yeah, if you're shopping for specific people, then you got to think about what they like, what they don't like. That could be nerve wracking, and then if you want to get like a lot of like different gifts for your family, for the kids or whatever, you got to think individually or like something that they can all share. Or it's a lot of money too.
Yeah,
it could get expensive.
Yeah, and I'm a cheapskate, so
I think the only thing I bought myself a comic on eBay.
Oh, really?
That was the only thing I bought since I...
Which one?
You know, FX has that new show, Legion?
Oh, yeah.
It's based off of, like, this one character, and I got his first appearance. I got that one. Which right now, it's not going for that much. I think if the show becomes a hit, then it's gonna skyrocket. Yeah. I think people are posting it as, like, oh, the new FX show, Legion, on some of them. So I found the best price. Try to see what it was going for, and what my return is. Is
it a Marvel?
Yeah, it's X-Men. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's X-Men. So
okay,
it's like an X-Men spinoff. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I bought Teen Titans, but I'm still waiting for it to come in.
Did you go to the shop yesterday?
I haven't gone there. I've been meaning to go. Yeah. Because of my comics and your comics as well, and then I have the Flash.
The Flash
on there, but like last weekend. On the last show, we talked about Star Wars. I think we were anticipating the movie. We saw it.
Yeah, we saw it. Yeah, what's your review?
I loved it. I mean,
I loved it.
There are people out there who are comparing, this movie to the other Star Wars movies. It's not. I don't think it's fair. I think it's two separate things. I enjoyed it for what it was. I don't see it as the same. Yeah. In the same. I guess line.
It's not even the same storyline. Yeah. Oh, kind of. No, not really.
I loved that. I think the characters were good. I think the action was great.
Yeah.
It flowed pretty well.
Yeah, I don't think it can be easily. The TV's off right now, by the way.
Oh yeah.
So I don't think it can easily be compared to like a Star Wars, like New Hope, compared to like Empire, which Empire was a lot more exciting of a movie.
Yeah.
I mean, because it's not the same storyline, and I don't know. It's just two completely different movies. Like I said, it's like apples and oranges.
Yeah.
I think this movie was great. To nitpick, I would only be nitpicking if I was even criticize it in any way. Yeah. But there's really not much to like really criticize it. It was a really action-filled movie. It was fun.
And I loved it because it was dark. I mean, no one survived.
It was a dark movie.
Alert.
Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. You didn't hear that. But yeah, no, I liked it. I liked Force Awakens a little bit better just because it was funner. It had that lightheartedness to it, which a lot of times I like the dark side of films. But when I'm dealing with Star Wars, I think first impressions, I liked Force Awakens a little bit better just because it had like familiar characters,
right?
And then the characters I knew I was gonna be, seeing and getting to know a lot more.
I think some of that stuff like kind of like anticipate as far as not knowing the characters. I think this movie has characters that we don't know about.
Yeah, you don't know about.
And I think in episode 4, the first Star Wars that was filmed, they mentioned what these people went through to get the plan. So you kind of like
you knew them by name.
Yeah, and you kind of figured out how bad it is, how dark it's going to be because of how they described it in episode 4. Yeah. So
I just think I like people like Daisy Ridley and like who else? Like you had Harrison Ford and all these other characters that were in there. Chewbacca was back in there, so those characters obviously like they pull you in a little bit more. Mm-hmm. Where these characters they're great, they're entertaining, they're fun for the moment, but I think I gravitated towards like Daisy Ridley. I was captivated by Daisy Ridley and like Kylo Ren and all them.
In more ways than one.
Yeah, more ways than one. And like Kylo Ren and all that, I gravitated towards those characters and really, really wanted to see more of them. As the film went on, I think this film, I think the characters are great, the actors are great, and it was just a good movie. But I don't know. It's harder for me to say which one's better. It's whatever you're into. Yeah.
And how was your week? Your weekend?
Busy. Working a lot. Daily grind. You're in that too. So
yeah, it sucks.
I had a couple of days off this week, yesterday and today. Celebrated my dad's birthday last night. Went to the steakhouse, which is pretty good. Pricey.
Yeah, steakhouse
is gonna be pricey. Yeah, it's like, but it was. I think he's like 52 now. My mom's birthday is next week, and then you have Christmas in between.
That's stressful.
Yeah, stressful.
Yeah, I think. Well, I have a nephew that's birthday's not early in the month, but it's not like to you where it's like Christmas and then.
Then my stepdad's birthday is like at the end of November, so it's like they're all close. They're all close to each other. Yeah, right after Thanksgiving, so they're all close to each other.
52, huh? He's younger than James Sheffield.
Yeah, my dad's 52. My mom's turning 50. Don't tell her anyway. I just put out there my mom's turning 50.
Golden age.
Yeah, and then so we got to do something a little bit big for her because she's turning 50. And then
my mom's turning 60 next year.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
What are you gonna do?
I don't know.
Does she celebrate her birthdays?
We do like a dinner for every year, but I don't know, 60 next year.
Because some people like to avoid it.
Yeah, which means that I think human lifetime is like 75 years old. So I think my mom has 15 years before she croaks. So I think at 60, I kind of have to embrace her being on Earth until.
Yeah, my mom's turning 50.
I'm dark as hell, man. Like this is the shit that I think about.
I think about it too. I mean, like my mom
sucks. It's scary, man.
My mom's getting up there in age. I'm getting up there in age. Yeah. I'm even thinking about it for myself. I'm like, fuck. I'm like, I'm in my early 30s. I got like 30, 40 years left on this earth. Maybe if I'm lucky.
Yeah.
If I'm lucky, maybe 50 years. 60 years. I'll have robot legs by that time, and then like I'll be like Darth Vader, where like fully mechanical. Yeah, I would do it.
Oh yeah, I would do it.
It could last longer.
Because like if you die, I mean, no one knows what's gonna happen, and people that say they know what's gonna happen, it's crazy. So, I mean, are you just gonna die and then that's it? Like we don't see, feel.
That's where religion comes into play.
Yeah.
So if you believe in something, then you obviously go somewhere. If not, then
I think all that stuff is a false sense of hope to make you feel better. But
to some people, yeah.
But who knows what's gonna happen? It might.
No one knows.
And it sucks. I mean, if you just die and that's it, like it's kind of depressing.
It is depressing. But then you have to make sure that like every moment. That's why they say every moment
you embrace
it. The people around you embrace them because they're probably not going to be there.
A lot of people they embrace it are kind of annoying sometimes. So kind of myself most of the time, but I don't know. It's just it's depressing to think about it. Man.
Yeah.
To think if that is what's going to happen.
Yeah.
It's kind of depressing.
Did you watch the fights over the weekend?
Yeah. I mean,
we have to. Obviously, for you guys, we're gonna watch them. But
yeah,
did you watch them?
I saw enough where I know what happened and what. Yeah, how to break them down. But
I had to DVR mine.
I thought they started at 7, so I hurried up with my job.
And tried to get back home, and they were over by the time you got there?
Yeah, I got home like at 6:59, so cool. I have a minute spare.
Yeah.
10 or 11, it was done.
Yeah. No, I DVR'd mine. It was, they're good, man. Like, it's good fights. I mean, yeah, Al Joban winning in the opening rounds.
Yeah,
that was a good fun card. You have Uriah Faber, picking up his final victory, which would, I mean, based on the match, it was the best possible matchup for Uriah. Like, if they would have threw a really tough opponent at him, he might have struggled a little bit, and who knows what would have happened. I think he probably still would have come out on top, but you have like Steve Bosse against Alan Jouban. Alan Jouban, I was worried because he likes to slug a lot. He actually played it smart in that fight. And then going back to Uriah, Uriah was he did a great job. He did what he needed to do, and picked up his final victory. It's crazy.
Yeah, I thought the UFC did a great job as far as like making it seem important. I think throughout the day, or throughout the broadcast, they had fighters give their 2 cents on like what he meant to the sport and in his career in general. So I thought that they made it seem important, and they made it seem like this is his last fight, which is it is. So it's kind of nice when the UFC does something good. And so when it actually happened, it was crazy, man, because both you and I have been a fan of the sport for a very long time. So watching Uriah Faber, in his career at WC and into the UFC,
which I remember all those fights.
Yeah, like knowing that that's his last fight, it's crazy.
It's like time flies. It feels like you're getting.
We lived through some pretty crazy eras. Like we experienced the UFC in the beginning, and then we seen all those guys growing up.
We've seen those guys fall off. Exiting like Chuck Liddell and all them. They would exit Matt Hughes, and now you're seeing like the next generation. After that, they're making their way out, like Uriah. People like Frankie Edgar are already getting talked to be Hall of Famers. Yeah, and like towards the end of their careers or in some way, and
makes you feel
that talk is coming up. And I remember when Frankie made his debut with Tyson Griffin, and then
I think that was in the prelims for, was it Adam Silva and Marquardt?
Was it that one?
I think that's the one.
Yeah, like I remember that fight, and people, bless you.
Yeah.
And then people in that era that we're seeing now, it's like Uriah is waking his way out. It's 37, 38. He was always older than he looked.
Yeah.
And I just remember him dominating WEC. I remember he was the man.
Bless you. Thank you.
WEC. I remember when he fought Pulver.
Yeah.
I remember all that. Like, he made the WEC and the lighter weight classes, he made them, like, must-see TV.
Yeah.
Like,
what was the reason why the UFC brought in those lighter guys?
Yeah.
It's mostly because of him.
Yeah.
It was kind of cool at the end when Dominic Cruz gave him that poster of their first fight. Back in 2007, I believe.
I think Dominic wasn't even on the poster.
Yeah, he just signed his name.
He just signed his name.
But he didn't sign his name on Uriah's face like he did the first time around. But yeah, it was crazy to see Uriah fight his last fight.
Yeah.
It sucks. Because we're getting old, man.
Getting old. But I mean, one of the fights I remember him. I remember the Pulver win.
Yeah.
That Pulver fight was a big one because Pulver was still dangerous around that time. And then Uriah was huge in WEC, and then that fight was that was like one of the first big like events.
Yeah.
That like must-see events. And then I remember when he lost the title against Matt Brown, but he was fighting with his elbows, remember? He wasn't even punching him. He was fighting the whole fight with his elbows.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. Making his way into the UFC, and even his overall record in the UFC is not nothing to be ashamed of, because he lost the title fights. He was never able to beat the top guys after he lost his title.
Right.
But he beat everybody else. Like,
yeah.
He was always,
and that's a line. Like, he was the contender killer.
He was the contender killer. He would run through like 4 or 5 guys.
Yeah.
make his way back to another title shot the next year. It's crazy.
It's too bad that fight between him and TJ never came to fruition. I think that fight would have made both those guys a lot of money. And the build up to that fight would have been crazy. But he's one of those fighters who realized when to stop when he did.
Yeah,
he didn't go past his prime. Well, he went past his prime, but he didn't go past where he needed to stop. You see guys like Tito Ortiz, someone that should have retired years before.
Still fighting.
So he's still fighting now.
Still struggling. Yeah.
So it's kind of nice to see someone stop when they needed to stop.
Yeah.
But realize or acknowledge the fact that the fact that they're getting slow, they're not fighting the same as they used to. So it's kind of nice.
Yeah, definitely, and I'm kind of glad they had it on Fox because I'm sure it did decent ratings. I don't think the ratings have come out yet.
They told up. Yeah, they're saying that it's the biggest rating as far as the Fox card goes.
Since maybe the first one,
the first one, yeah, ever.
Really?
Yeah, it was the highest rating because of Van Zandt, and she brought that audience from Dancing with the Stars, and then the fact that Uriah Faber was in Sacramento.
Yeah.
So they had two big names on the card. So yeah, I heard it was the biggest rating.
It was a good stacked card. I mean, you had Sage and Mickey Gall on there too. So people it had a lot of eyes Sage from different areas of fan base. For Uriah and just to finish off on Uriah, I think I'm glad it was on Fox because then people get to see him.
Mm-hmm.
Like casual people didn't have to pay to get to see his last fight. Yeah. It was on free TV. Big Fox. Mm-hmm. People get to see it.
And he got his own entrance. They played California Love on Fox. Now, sticking with that division, what do you think about the Cody Gambard and Dominic Cruz debate? People were calling it the debate.
I caught a little bit. I didn't catch that much of it. You're gonna have to go over it.
It was entertaining.
I missed that part.
I think a lot of times, Dominic,
because
he's pretty good at trash talking. It seems like Dominic has gone under Cody's skin
because he's smart. He knows how to trash talk. Smart, smart trash talk.
But Cody said he likes it because Cody says that it feels like more like a fight when he hates his adversary. Mm-hmm. So, but I think Dominic got the best of him, and I think Cody's gonna come in there very emotional.
Yeah,
I think I still favor Dominic Cruz winning that fight pretty heavily.
I think so. I mean, obviously he's gonna have to watch out for that power. If he gets caught, then he gets caught. But I think that power is something that he's gonna watch out for. But skill wise and movement and just overall skill, I think Dominic has a lot more on him.
Yeah.
But
experience is a big factor in this fight too.
Experience is huge. Yeah.
The fact that Cody's fights end in the first round, so to see him fight in the championship rounds is really
he's aggressive. He's aggressive.
A lot of guys,
wrestlers with power,
right? And a lot of guys, who are fight emotional get tired pretty fast. Yeah. So I think if he's going to be chasing Dominic for the first two rounds. Rounds 4 and 5 are going to be pretty hard for him to recover from or to be aggressive.
I think out of all the people that he's going to fight, that he has fought from that camp, this is probably be his most dangerous because this person is the only one that really has power.
Yeah.
So it's going to be something.
And now, quickly talk about the main event. Paige Van Zandt falls to Rina Kachoka again. Her second loss, I believe, in her career.
Yeah, she went out. She didn't tap out, though.
Yeah, no, she didn't tap out. She went out. But, Michelle Waterson is someone that we thought wasn't going to get the job done. Only because of the level. Looked pretty impressive in this fight.
Mm-hmm. She looked really impressive.
Yeah.
I mean, she looked like... Because in her last few fights, I know she didn't seem... like she was all there in terms of her energy and her skills. It just... Something was missing. This fight, I think she went in. She proved that she was the veteran. That she's been there before. She's a former champ. Her skills are just above and beyond Paige. Where I think Paige fighting, it's always you see it after where you think that Paige probably shouldn't have been fighting someone of Waterson's caliber. But then Paige has had some success with, other girls that have fought at the high levels too. So I mean, it's
that, and I think the 115 division is still growing.
Yeah.
So I think that at some point she doesn't have to fight these top girls. I mean, she can only avoid these top girls for maybe a fight or two because it's not that deep of a division. So I think fighting someone like Michelle Watson was a good thing for.
I think it was a good thing
for Paige Van Zandt. I mean, who else is she gonna fight?
Yeah, who else is she gonna fight?
And
I think it was a good
she's coming off a win too. So
yeah,
people are criticizing her ground game, man. People are saying that it's not there or it's not up to par.
She's young. I think it's just experience and skill, and they'll develop in time. I mean, I don't think she's as good as people make her out to be, but I don't know if it's always been about skill for her. I think it's never been about personality.
I think that's where the whole looks come into play because
marketability.
People push her because of how she looks.
Yeah,
and then when she loses, it's like
they get on her.
Yeah, pretty bad because of how she looks.
But when she wins, like her last fight, they praise her.
Mm-hmm.
But if she loses, they'll be like, it's just because her looks, they put her in there. She shouldn't have been in there.
Yeah, it must be a tough thing to deal with.
It's a tough thing to deal with.
Being that, I mean, like you talk the same thing about Sage too, and his good looks and how he was pushed.
Yeah,
and you see him fall to Mickey Gall. Yeah, that rhymes.
Fall to.
Mickey Gall looked great too, man.
Yeah, he did. I mean,
he got blooded up though, man. And it was weird to see Sage talking shit in the fight, which is like, did we just see the heel turn of one Sage Northcutt? I don't know.
I think even with Sage, he's like what 20.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's he's got a lot of time. Him and Paige have a lot of time to grow.
You got to be careful how they book these two prospects, though.
Yeah, I mean they met. I'm sure as long as they stay in the UFC and continue to win, they're gonna meet again.
Yeah.
But Sage is dangerous. He's quick. He's fast. He's explosive. It was a striker versus grappler thing.
Yeah, well, I think too.
Grappler usually wins.
Northcutt, he left TriStar, and Mickey Gall was training at TriStar. So I think for us, kind of give him the blueprint how to beat Sage Northcutt, knowing how, what's his weakness or whatever, because he's trained Sage before.
Yeah, but Mickey's stand up isn't as polished as Sage's.
No.
But I liked how he had that arm caught, and then he tugged, he turned it, and it made Sage kind of turn, and then Mickey came over with the right hand and knocked him.
It really hurt him,
knocked him. But I think if Sage would have just fallen to his back and maybe pulled guard in a way, he would have lasted a little bit longer.
Yeah.
But he got caught, made a kind of a rookie mistake of kind of being stunned and then going in for this weak takedown, and then ended up getting his back taken, and then that was the whole fight pretty much.
And I think Mickey Gall dropped the ball by calling out Dan Hardy. Usually, he's really good at setting up his next opponent, and he did that with obviously when he fought for Legacy and he called out CM Punk, and then when he beat CM Punk, he called out Northcutt, which is a smart move.
Yeah,
and calling out someone that's not even clear to fight.
Who's retired.
He hasn't fought in a very long time.
A very long time.
It's a big mistake.
And he's not even sure if he's actually going to fight again, even though he's been talking about it. I think it was a gamble. Dan Hardy ended up turning him down.
Yeah. I think a good fight for him would be, let's see, who's in the top 15 of that welterweight division?
Would you go in the top 15 guy?
I think so.
I think at least maybe number 15.
Yeah, not top 10. I think top 15 would be good for him.
Give him Ellenberger.
Yeah. He's a name.
He's a name. Because I think Masvidal's going to fight Cowboy. I don't think they're going to do the Ellenberger-Masvidal thing. Give Mickey Gall Ellenberger.
Yeah. But I think that was his biggest mistake is calling out Dan Hardy. Mm-hmm. Dan Hardy wasn't even pissed about it. He said that thanks to the... kind of felt like it was respectful, yeah. But, you can't call someone that's...
He's a commentator now. Yeah, it's like calling out Brian Stan. Hey, Brian Stan.
Come on, bro.
Get back in here.
Yeah. Drop the ball.
Yeah. I think, I don't know who I'd post him up against. Ellenberger is the first to come to mind because I know he's struggled as of late. He got a victory in his last fight, and then, obviously lost one to Masvidal, but that was kind of a weird fight at the end. but he was kind of getting dominated. And I think a Gaul would be a fun one.
Yeah.
That would be a fun one.
Yeah, for sure.
Where do you see? Who would you like to see? Watterson's called out Nami Yunus. You think that's a good one?
That's a good fight, man. I still favor Rose in that fight.
I think I favor Rose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why it's a good fight. I think they should book that fight. I think it's is it fight week for UFC 208 this week?
No, it's next week.
Next week.
No, because what's 208?
Oh, that's right.
207.
207, right? 207
is Rousey. That's next week.
Next week, okay.
So yeah, this weekend there's really nothing. I mean, there's a fight on Fight Pass. I'll pull it up right now, but there's only like one major event going on. Next weekend is the Rousey fight, which is a good one. Oh, speaking of that, so we'll talk about that a little bit. The fact that, do you agree with Rogan in the sense that all the promotion that has been leading up for 207, it's all been about Rousey and not, Nunes?
I completely agree with that. I think, and
that's wrong.
Oh, because it's disrespecting not only the champion, but it's making that championship belt look like nothing.
Nothing. Mm-hmm.
Because if you need to promote your champion and make it seem important, make that championship feel important. I think Ronda, is a big part of the story. Obviously, she's coming back from that devastating loss, but I think you need to promote your active champion who's been fighting, and most importantly, when you do that, you make that championship belt feel important.
Yeah.
Now we all know 2016 those belts don't mean shit anymore, but in order for the championship fight to feel important, you need to build up your champion, because leaving her on the side, it's kind of like, oh, it's Ronda and this girl here.
Yeah, that's pretty much how it's been like.
Yeah, so when Ronda wins that belt back, that belt's not going to mean nothing.
Yeah.
I think it doesn't anyway, but...
Yeah, but it doesn't surprise me. Ronda's like one of their biggest stars. They're going to push her like crazy.
That's
if she loses...
Then what?
Then what?
Which I think she's going to lose.
There's a good chance she will lose. Especially with and she could win. Who knows? She could close the gap quick with Amanda. And who knows? Take her down, and you have vintage Rousey right there, and you get to victory.
Just like when Conor fought Alvarez, I think if she's going to win the belt, it's going to be against Amanda. I think that's her best chance.
Yeah. Because
Misha's out of the picture.
Yeah.
Holly Holm's going to 145.
That's another thing. I'm like, we talked about that last time on the 145 pounds.
Yeah, it's weird that she's getting a title shot after having 2 losses in a row. But
and then if Holly wins, Rousey wins, then they're I think everybody else gets screwed, because they're probably going to do like some champion versus champion BS.
I can see that happening.
Yeah, but I agree with Rogan. I think it doesn't surprise me though.
Yeah, at this part of the game, you shouldn't be surprised at what the UFC does, especially knowing. They're acknowledging. They know that she's one of the biggest draws, and they want to make that return. Yeah, so. I wonder how Amanda feels about it.
I'm sure she's like upset, but then it's also a load off on her. She could just focus on the fight. I think it's a tough. You gotta call. Yeah, I think it could be easy on her, but then also she doesn't get that much attention, and that could be that sucks too, because you look like you're forgotten. So yeah, with Mark Hunt facing Alistair Overeem at 209, I'm surprised that that fight even got made.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah, especially recently he was on the Ariel show, and he was as upset as he was the first time he was on the show, just bashing the UFC, and he's still very emotional with and rightfully so.
Yeah.
With the whole him going against these guys that were using PEDs or accused of using PEDs.
Then
but at the same time, he said himself in the second interview that he needs money to live, and I'm sure that this is why he's fighting, because of money.
Exactly.
But there's a clause in his
wants
contract.
a clause.
He wants a clause in his. So if he fights someone that tests positive, he wants their whole purse.
Their whole purse,
which is not likely.
It's probably not likely. I don't see him getting that clause. It's just, I mean, I commend him for doing what he can, but at a certain point, money talks, and he's gonna need to get paid, and that's it, man.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know. I mean, who do you have in that fight, though?
I think. Oh man, that's a hard, because I can see both guys winning that fight. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna go on a limb and say Mark Hunt, and because Overeem's chin isn't what it used to be. I think if Mark Hunt connects, I think it'll be a long night for Overeem.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with Mark Hunt.
Yeah,
I think if Overeem coming off the loss with Stipe, right?
Mm-hmm.
For him to bounce back against another, like, even more of a hard hitter, and he would have to do a perfect fight.
Yeah,
stay on the outside, throw combinations, throw weird shit, and then land something that is going to send him to the mat. But I'll probably go with Mark Hunt. I think he's a safer bet. I think he'll probably land something heavy on Alistair.
Yeah, for sure.
But I mean, other than that, man, you have a lot coming up for next week. Next week's going to be big. The return of Rousey.
Mm-hmm.
Rousey, Amanda Nunes. It's going to be. It's going to be interesting. Who do you have at this point? Who do you have going into it? We're going to get into it next week again. But who do you have right now? Because it might change come fight week.
I like Amanda Nunes.
I like Amanda Nunes.
Yeah.
I had Amanda Nunes like a month ago.
I remember that when we discussed it.
Yeah, I think right now I'm kind of leaning a little bit more towards Rousey.
Mm.
I could see her getting in there
and
and doing a judo toss or doing some vintage Rousey
mm-hmm.
stuff. I hate to see that for Amanda though, to lose, because we've met her before. She's been on the show. She's a really good person and really deserving.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll see. I think my opinion might change fight week. Because Rousey probably, I want to see how Rousey handles the media. She might not even do any media.
She has to. She's obligated to.
She's avoided it.
She can avoid it all she wants, but at fight week, it's obligation.
It's obligation.
Yeah, it's mandatory. She can't avoid it. All those questions are going to come to her, and Ronda's already an emotional person, so I can see her being extra emotional with all those questions coming her way. But a lot of times, what Ronda does when she's asked questions that she doesn't want to answer, she just doesn't answer them.
Yeah,
and she just says next question.
Yep. So
I think that's going to be her way of avoiding some of these questions.
Yeah. So she's going to be forced to. I'm looking to see how she handles it, and I think my opinion might change at that point. So who knows? But just to go over, let's see what's going on this weekend. I don't think there's much. There's about one event going on in MMA in a top promotion, I think, in one of the top promotions. Let me see. Victory FC 55, Lindsay versus Cochran 2. So that's on UFC Fight Pass. That's on the 23rd, which is, what is that, Friday?
Yeah.
So if you have Fight Pass, you have something to watch on Friday. And just, I think, notable mention, I think Access TV usually has some good stuff on Friday nights. Yeah. So that's if you want some MMA, you feel like you need some to get your fix this weekend.
There you go.
Yeah, go on Access TV if you have it on your cable network. They usually have some good stuff on Fridays. I know there's no big events, so they might do some replays. Also you have MMA, with Boss Room. What's it called?
MMA Live.
MMA Live.
Inside MMA.
Inside MMA. There you go. But as of right now, that's our show.
Yeah.
We'll see you guys next week, man. Merry Christmas. Hopefully you guys have a good Christmas. Get some good gifts. We're going to recap Christmas on the next episode. talk about UFC 207 and much, much more. Go to themmacomplex.com. Check out Hall Rock gear. Complex 15 is a promotional code. James is wearing another one of the jerseys. Their sweatshirts. I wore one last week. It was like that camo silver one. You have a good one right here. This is another one of their
very comfortable
sweatshirts. Really good. And then that's it, man.
Yeah, you can follow us on social media, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, at the MMA Complex. You follow me on Twitter, MMA Complex James, JYMZ. Follow him, MMA Complex Josh. Big fights next weekend, man. The return of Ronda Rousey. We're going to break down that fight and more. So until then, Merry Christmas to all you guys, and thanks for watching. See you guys next week.